My question to the nominee.
Equipped and ready to serve Kenyans,
I would like to say that
Agriculture CS nominee Andrew Karanja settled, ready to defend his suitability in the vetting room in the highly scandalous ministry.
What is your net worth?
my net worth is 214 million shillings.
And different from his predecessor, Karanja holds a master's degree in agriculture and economics. And highly qualified for the job, through his academic papers, his skills were tested. And to redeem himself, going hard at corrupt cartels was his first stop if appointed.
If I am approved by this House and this committee, I'm saying I'm giving a notice on cartels. Notice that they will be out of business.
Lawmakers sitting in the National Assembly Committee on Appointment took him to the task to explain how he will deal with perennial graft at Kilimo House. Some full of doubt of how he will deal with the graft menace.
I've seen that you are worth 214 million. You are going into this sector. All those cartels are there, and they are willing to make you a billionaire with the next 3 years. Are you going to be able to resist, Bwana nominee?
I can resist whether they will be able to make me a billionaire.
Fertilizer is one of the biggest problems when it comes to corruption also. How are you going to work with the industries locally here to develop a fertilizer manufacturing program within the country here so that this issue of importation of fertilizer can end? So if you can prove those two things, for me, I'll be satisfied. Because I know after 1 year, you will be walking jobless in the street, I can assure you. I can tell you.
You realize that where cartels thrive is where public interest is compromised. I will do whatever it takes to promote public interest.
President William Ruto's administration was rocked by a fertilizer scandal during the tenure of former Cabinet Secretary Linturi, where farmers were supplied with substandard fertilizer scandal by companies contracted by the government to supply the farm input. And those who were marked to be responsible for the scandal await their fate in court. CS nominee Andrew Karanja has on the other side promised to carry the mantle of introducing new raft measures.
I have a governance structure which will guide the way fertilizers are procured, the way they are distributed, by having a multi-agency system which can check on some of these cartels.
And asked if he will bend the cries of Kenyan farmers on ensuring the burden of taxes is reduced.
What other measures would you take to, or what non-tariff interventions would you have to ensure that we protect these local farmers, grow our own local industries, and at the same time do what Kenyans are asking us, not to increase access on the imported products?
But I would also like to convince Kenyans that this is something which we need to do. Get those taxes, create some barriers, so that our industry, especially for oil, these imports, substitution, we get it right. Because we should not be, every import is a job exported. So we need also to have, we cannot have our cake and eat it at the same time.
Corruption scandals have rocked President William Ruto's government in quick succession, and the Ministry of Agriculture, crucial ministry in the eyes of many Kenyans, has been on the daily headlines of a string of corruption cases, marking it as the bedroom of corruption. Some of the cases that are still pending in court include the 197 million fake fertilizer scandal that saw former CS Linturi being crucified by Kenyans for failing his mandate. The second being the 20,000 bags of sugar imported in 2018 and condemned over expired date. But the bags would later find their way into the Kenyan market. The situation would later see the president being prompted to suspend the 27 officials who are involved for further investigation. Milia Kisienya, K24 TV.